Right then, this is now my WWE Survivor Series WarGames 2024 review. And yes, the show has just happened. I'm going to be rating all the matches 1 to 10 and rating the show 1 to 10 at the very end. Let's get right onto it then. The show did, of course, kick off with the Women's WarGames match. Team Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley, and of course Rhea Ripley herself versus Team Liv Morgan. Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. Good women's War Games match to start off the show. Io Sky, of course, got some big moments. Jumped off the cage with a bin. Of course, with Tiffany Stratton doing a big flip off the cage as well. At the very same time, bringing a good bit of a viral moment, a different kind of one as well for Io Sky, having it with Tiffany Stratton as well. Rhea Ripley, of course, absolutely beat down Liv Morgan and was waiting for her to finally get in, so that way she could beat the living hell out of her, and that's what she kind of did at times. But Liv Morgan was also saved by Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax. Bianca Belair, Nia Jax were going at it as well, which was good. Naomi had some very good moments, had some good flips off as well. That was good to see from Naomi. She had some very good spots here. It was fun. It was a very fun match. Bayley as well looked good. I thought it was a good one. Obviously, as well, a big thing to talk about in this match was the possible cash-in that was teased. Tiffany Stratton actually ended up hiding her Money in the Bank briefcase in one of the trash cans, got it out. Liv Morgan and Nia Jax were lying right next to each other, and Tiffany was considering cashing in on one of her teammates in this match. But then Io Sky came out of nowhere and started spraying the fire extinguisher, and that completely distracted everyone. And then Rhea Ripley was able to handcuff Raquel Rodriguez to the turnbuckle, so she was basically out of it for the rest of the match. And to end the match, it was a riptide through the table onto Liv Morgan by Rhea Ripley. 1, 2, 3, Team Rhea Ripley win. And it's a good, solid match in my opinion. Liv Morgan pinned. I mean, that's interesting. Does that put Rhea Ripley right back into the title picture? I don't know. I'm kind of bored of that feud now. I'm not going to lie. It probably does put Rhea back in the picture though, doesn't it? But I'm going to give that match a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, that Women's War Games match gets. Okay, there we go. Next up, we got the WWE United States Championship match. LA Knight defending against Shinsuke Nakamura, the new Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought this was a pretty lackluster match. Didn't really go on long, and there could have been a bit more interesting moments. Like Shinsuke could have got the Mist involved to win, possibly, like he did on SmackDown, but no. LA Knight had the odd moment. Shinsuke Nakamura was showing his athleticism throughout the match. It was just lackluster. There just wasn't really anything massive of note which happened in the match, apart from us crowning a new WWE United States champion in Shinsuke Nakamura, getting his Kingston Stars going, hit LA Knight with a few of them, but eventually got him out of there. And Shinsuke Nakamura is now the new US champ. I kind of called it on my watch along before the match as well. I had a feeling Shinsuke Nakamura was going to do it, and he ended up winning. He got every advantage over LA Knight in the build-up, which I actually thought was decent for a few weeks. Of course, they had like a 2-3 week build-up, and it was decent. Shinsuke got the win, new US champ. I'm guessing they'll rematch, but I want a better match. Gets like a 6.5 out of 10. I'm probably going to 6 out of 10. Don't deserve a 6.5. 6 out of 10 that match got. Pretty lackluster. Okay, next up though, we got a triple threat match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker defending against Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. What a match this was. Bloody unbelievable, to be honest. I wanted Sheamus to win. He had moments. There was a chance where he had a chance to pin Braun Breaker a few times. Braun Breaker kicked out. And then at other times as well, Sheamus had him with a big knee. Ludwig Kaiser then pulled the referee out at the last moment as you just about thought that Sheamus was going to do it. Braun Breaker was showing off his speed throughout the match, spearing Sheamus, spearing Ludwig Kaiser. Yeah, he's showing his great athleticism. Ludwig Kaiser was very good in this one as well. Got some good near falls over Sheamus. Almost got Braun Breaker out of there as well. It's a very, very, very bloody fun match between the three. They both have ridiculously great chemistry, all three of them. All three of them have ridiculously great chemistry in there together. As we've been able to tell from the build-up, we knew this would be a three-man war. But yeah, Braun Breaker ended up winning. A massive spear to Ludwig Kaiser to get him out of the ring. It was unbelievable. Literally broke Ludwig Kaiser in half. Not gonna lie. Then with another big spear to Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. Braun Breaker wins. Unbelievable stuff and unbelievable match. Yeah, Braun Breaker wins. Scotty Sheamus didn't win, but he was never gonna win. Braun Breaker was always gonna win. Match in my opinion, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I actually really enjoyed this match, to be honest. 8.5, this Intercontinental title match gets, in my opinion. Okay, there we go. Next up, we got Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest. Obviously, as we knew in the build-up, Damian Priest always got one over Gunther. And, WWE made it come across that Gunther was kind of laid down to himself going into this match against Damian Priest. And you could tell in the match as well, quite early on, Gunther was getting in and out of the ring, a bit unsure, trying to gather his thoughts. Got in there, though. Damian Priest was able to beat him down a bit. Got a few arm bars going and, arm drags on Gunther. It was a good technical match to start off with. Then they both were going at each other. Gunther landing a good few clotheslines onto Damian Priest. Damian Priest coming back with some of his own clotheslines. It was a very, back and forth match where, Gunther had some moments for about 3-4 minutes, something like that. Then Damian Priest had some 3-4 minutes spells as well. And yeah, it was a good, fun match, to be fair. Both guys absolute powerhouses going at each other. Damian Priest tries to go for the South of Heaven choke slams a few times, couldn't really get it. Gunther was able to try and get the power bomb off. Damian Priest kicked out. Gunther got a Kimura in as well on Damian Priest. Damian Priest was able to get out of that. It was a very, very, very good 50-50 match between the two. Until, of course, Damian Priest took out Gunther, but Priest also fell out of the ring at the same time, and Priest was having issues with his shoulder for the whole match. Until eventually bloody Finn Balor came out of nowhere. It's kind of predictable that Finn Balor was going to get involved, to be honest. But yeah, got on the steel steps, gave a coup de grace to Damian Priest. Then Gunther came out of nowhere as well, gave Finn Balor a big boot today because obviously, Gunther's a man, Gunther's a heel, but he's actually a rightful bloody champ, a good defending champ overall. He wanted to do it on his own, so he wasn't happy that Finn got involved, but eventually got Damian Priest back in, gave him a power bomb, got the sleeper in, Damian Priest faded, Gunther retains. There we go. In my opinion, the finish was kind of predictable, I'm not going to lie. I gave the Intercontinental one an 8.5. I'll give this one an 8. Okay, there we go. Next up then, we of course got to our main event, where it was the men's WarGame match, the Bloodline Civil War, Roman Reigns, the OG Bloodline, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Sami Zayn and CM Punk versus the new Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jake Fatu, Tama Tonga, Loa, and Bronson Reed. Yeah, what a match this was. What a bloody match this was. The emotions throughout the match as well. It just had you on the edge of your seat for the whole bloody match. It was absolutely unbelievable. Jey Uso and Tama Tonga started the match off. They were both going at each other quite a lot. Bronson Reed then eventually came in, and Tama Tonga and Bronson Reed were just putting on an absolute beatdown onto Jey Uso. Until, of course, Jimmy Uso came in, evened things up, and Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso were handing out some good, solid double super kicks. And their teamwork, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, it's just unmatchable. You can't match the teamwork of Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. It's Jimmy and Jey Uso, absolutely unbelievable stuff between those two, of course. Sami Zayn didn't go in next. It was Jacob Fatu that went in next, and then it was 3 versus 2. They were all going after the Usos. Jacob Fatu had some great moments, showing his athleticism throughout the match. Sami Zayn came in, evened a few things up. He had some good moments. He was going up against Jacob Fatu quite a bit, and Sami Zayn took a few big dangerous blows from Jacob Fatu as well, I'm not going to lie. Then, of course, as well, there was that thing going on between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Tama Tonga ended up going out, and then obviously CM Punk and Roman Reigns were going at it. Roman Reigns looked like he was about to walk out. CM Punk shoulder barred Roman Reigns. He wanted to go out before Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns wasn't happy at all. They were going at it for a bit. Solo Sikoa eventually got in, and he locked the cage so that way Roman Reigns couldn't bloody get in. Roman Reigns walked out. He was trying to unlock it, trying to get in, trying to break the lock. Eventually climbed the cage. All of the new bloodline were going after Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns got in the cage, held his ground. Then the referees, the officials eventually got in there after people on the outside cut the lock open. And yeah, the match was official. They were all going at it. And yeah, it was an unbelievable match. Absolutely unbelievable match, to be completely honest. Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu had some great moments throughout. Roman Reigns and Sikoa were going at each other. Bronson Reed hit a few tsunamis, and obviously Roman Reigns and CM Punk eventually had a friendship during the match. They united, and after, of course, Bronson Reed was about to jump through and have a tsunami onto Roman Reigns through a table from the very top of the cage. CM Punk pulled Roman Reigns off at the very last minute. They united, and then eventually they took control of the OG bloodline. And at the very end, the Usos hit double super kicks onto Solo Sikoa. Sami Zayn hit a Helluva kick onto Solo Sikoa. CM Punk hit the go to sleep onto Solo Sikoa. Then followed up by a Roman Reigns spear. Roman Reigns pins Solo Sikoa for the OG bloodline to win. Roman Reigns gets one back over Solo Sikoa after Solo Sikoa pins Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. Roman Reigns gets one back over him. The feud continues. The OG bloodline win. Let's go. There we go. Great match. It was perfect. The storytelling was there as well. 10 out of 10. Anyway, overall, what does the show get? I thought it was good. 8 out of 10. Solid show, in my opinion. WarGames match was unreal, and the IC title match was great as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one.